down to the wire game that you predicted earlier, but what did you kind of like in terms of the team's response a couple times down the stretch when it got down to 3 or 4 points?
Yeah, they cut it to 3. I forget exactly what was on the clock. It seemed like every time we put a good stretch together, they just chip away, make a big shot, make a big 3. We'd have a breakdown here or there. And then I loved our response. I think we went on a 9-0 run. Tremendous offensive execution. Took our time. We were poised. We got what we wanted. To have 36 assists, only 10 turnovers is a great number. And to get 20 on transition to their 5, another great number. But, I liked our defense in the fourth quarter was by far our best defensive quarter, only 25 points. The second quarter obviously was 37 with a depleted roster. They had a lot of shooting out there, but sometimes you just got to stay with it. I think tonight was one of those games where you're working Nicola back in, who was outstanding, 39, 10, and 10. He broke his own record for most triple-doubles in a season, which is incredible. I thought CB was outstanding, 19, 10, and 6. Jamal, 6 assists, no turnovers. So a good win. Peyton Watson played really well. Aaron never got into a rhythm with the foul trouble, but now we just got to turn the page and try to get ready for Utah and protect our home court.
It felt like there was a play you guys got down 5, I think, in the third, and Christian Brown just stole a rebound, I think, from Lopez, ripped it off of it, went in and laid it up, and after that, that's when that just kicked everything into gear, it seemed like, for you guys.
Yeah, and that's who CB is, right? I mean, he's a heart and hustle type of a guy, and just is relentless in his approach. I mean, tonight he played 38 minutes and impacted the game across on every stat. He was impacting the game in a positive way. So loved his energy and effort, and to come up with big baskets like that. He had a big one too. I think he got a tip dunk one time on a miss. So CB was great, and I think maybe that was our 21st time the whole year where we started that lineup, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. We have 8 games to go. A lot of things we can clean up, we can improve upon, but it was good to get a win after a tough loss against Chicago.
How encouraged were you to see MPJ's bounce back, and were those early shots by design? Because he got going early.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it pregame when I was in here, and obviously we knew that he had not been shooting the way we've become accustomed to seeing him, and I had zero doubt that he would find his rhythm because he's too good of a shooter. And it was great for him to get off to that start. 6 of 8 from 3, ultra efficient, 10 rebounds on top of it, 3 steals. Just had a complete basketball game. But Michael's a really key part to this team. And when he gets going like that, and you know what you get in Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, we become a really tough team to guard.
What is first time in a couple of weeks that you guys have been relatively healthy? What's the advantage of that, especially these 8 games left in the regular season?
Well, it was hard to judge tonight because AG got the 2 quick ones, took him out, started him in the third quarter, started him in the second quarter, rather, and then he picked up his third right away. So he had zero rhythm in that first half. And then, second half, you sit a lot of the first half on the bench. But what I do know is when we are healthy, that lineup has won a lot of big games. They know what it takes on both ends of the floor. They know each other. They have, just great chemistry and confidence in one another. So that's what I like about that group with 8 games to go is that they've been through a lot of battles, and they've won a lot of battles. And we're going to need them to continue to play at a high level as we try to find a rhythm with that group going into the postseason.
10 turnovers, only 17 points off of turnovers, because you talked about that a couple weeks ago where it's not the number of turnovers, it's the points.
Yeah.
With this one, when you guys play like that, when you don't allow that kind of points per possession on turnovers, is the offense good enough to create a good enough margin for you guys, even if the defense isn't always where it needs to be?
That's a tough one, because the defense needs to be where it needs to be. And I know as we approach these games coming up and the postseason, we just can't rely upon that offense. So it's great, to your point, Matt, when we don't turn the ball over. We have the number 4 or tied for 3rd offensive rating in the league. That will go up after tonight. And we were 2 for a long time, and we dropped, I think, while Nicola was out. So it's great to have that, to be first in assists, first in fast break, first in paint. A lot of the first in field goal percentage, awesome, love it. But in the postseason, you're going to have to get stops. And so I just don't want to be a team that thinks we can outscore our teams and try to win a championship. I've never seen that done. And so defense has to be a part of the conversation.
The stats tell you that Nicole had a great game, but did you see a difference in him from the rest? And maybe can he benefit, because we're never used to seeing him sit out this many games in a row. Could he maybe benefit? Does he look different from the rest in your mind?
Well, he had one move in the first half where I said, like he faked the handoff, kept it, went down the lane, and threw it down with two hands. And that I was like, wow, all right, I should hold him out, 10 days more often, because he was outstanding. And that's the thing with it, and you guys all know this. I mean, he was banged up. Those games that he missed were not rest games. Those games were missed because his inability to go out there and play at the level he's capable of playing. But I did see a guy that looked rested, looked explosive, and looked as efficient and dominating as ever.
Last one, kids.
Two things. On
This
AG.
one.
Now you're gonna make me choose. AG, he couldn't get into rhythm, but he had the dunk off the no look
Right.
pass, and the ability for Joker and him to do that consistently. That's the first. And the second, I'm gonna sneak in this. You're talking about your defense. What can a healthy AG mean to your defense?
Yeah, well, the first one, how many times have we seen Jamal and Nicola play two-man game? You find Nicola in the pocket, and now you have the best playmaker in the world, the best passer in the world, who's catching the ball with a live dribble. He's got Aaron Gordon working behind the defense. He's got corners, takedown, shooters in the corner, and now it's just letting Nicola make the right read. And when we start getting that play, I know that our offense is firing on all cylinders. That's when we are at our best, because we are spacing, reading, reacting correctly. A healthy AG, what does he mean to this team? We all know in the postseason, a lot of times we go to Aaron Gordon as our backup five. When healthy, Aaron Gordon provides us size, physicality, strength, and versatility. The ability to switch onto guards, the ability to battle bigs in the post and not take a backward step, and a guy that has a lot of playoff games that meant a lot under his belt, where he's very comfortable in those situations. And once again, I mean, tonight was game 21 with that lineup, and hopefully moving forward, we can continue to find ways to get that group. They know each other, but it always helps to get them more and more reps in live game situations.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, everybody, thank you.
Cole and Michael tonight.